Hey guys, we're filming the second century again. Annie didn't get a chance to film it. And so we're doing a duplicate. I'm tired of holding the camera, so you'll see it's just propped on the stand. Hopefully you can get a good view of it. So, okay, amp meter on. Pull chain set this high, isn't it?
Should be.
Okay, so let's go medium, low, off. Try that. Yep. Okay, so let's try the factory low. We're drawing 0.31 amps. I don't remember what it's rated, do you?
Aren't these rated like 2.0, I think?
I don't think they're that high. I think they're 1 point something.
1.5,
I don't know. We can
maybe?
stop and look at it at some point. Or I can just check the other video. So, I'm trying to convince Andy to put this in his living room in place of the whisper band. Medium is 0.83. Wow, that's quite a jump. The only downside I can see to this in your living room is that the rosewood wouldn't go, which we'd have to flip them, so they'd be oak, but it's gloss oak, which also wouldn't go quite as well as the matte oak that's on the whisperwind. Yeah. Wish we could find matte blades that fit those brackets. .39 on high. It's quite a powerful
Yeah,
fan.
1.5.
Maybe. I don't know. We can stop and look at it once it spins down. I already did the airflow test with this exact fan, so no really reason to do it again, but I will anyways. Yeah, it's a strong air mover. Definitely get a definite breeze from it at a distance.
Just like any of the permanent split capacitor originals.
Yeah, those are the best originals. Those and the antiques. Nice job in wiring the canopy in place, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I got it to go through all 3 of the holes, and then I crimped the other end so that it would stay.
I didn't even notice it was in all 3, so I just saw the 2 and that it was holding, and that was good enough for me. Yeah, the whisperwind is probably a better fit, but I think, I mean, this is a cool enough fan that it deserves to be hung somewhere. Too bad the ceiling is so low, we could put it in place of the Studio Series in your old bedroom.
Right.
Just high gloss rosewood or even high gloss oak doesn't go too many places is the problem.
No.
It's not a...
It's classy looking, though.
It very much is.
Trick is just finding the right setting.
Yeah. I probably told this story on the other video, but I liked these as a kid because the only originals, that 52-inch originals I'd seen in person were the adapters at Ponderosa. And so when I looked in the Hunter catalog, I tried to find the adapters, and this was the closest thing. Because the way all the blade brackets come together in the middle kind of looks like an adapter hub. Okay. High, medium, low, reverse. 0.31. High, 1.39. Oh. You know what I'm going to do while it's spinning down that I keep forgetting to do is I've been asked how tall the ceiling is here. So, medium, low, off, reverse, I'll do it later on. Let's try my trick. Wait, it's not going to work because it's off. I'm an idiot. High. Not bad. Kind of nailed it. 1, 2, on 3. That's amazing for an original. Okay, so these rafters here, this is not an easy thing to measure. 8 feet. I thought it was 9. I was off by a foot. We gonna stall? Yeah, we're gonna stall. Let's go up to 4. The peak of the ceiling. $10.5. And then later on, while it's spinning down, I'll go downstairs and I'll get that one. Okay, that's pretty cool. At 4, going that slow. Here's 5.24. Aren't standard residential ceilings more like 9 feet though?
I thought they were 8.
6 is 0.3, so that's the factory low.
At least in every house I've lived in, they've been 8.
7 is 3.5. 8 is 4. 9 is 4.5. 10 is 5. 0.5 is what I am referring to. 22 is 9.6. 23 is 9.9. 24 is 101. Okay. 30 is 114. 31 is also 114. 32, 116, 33, 118, 34, 119, 35, 120, 36, 121, 37, 123, 38, 124, 39, 125, 40, 125, high is 136. I'm going to go measure the ceiling downstairs before I forget.
Okay.
Somebody commented on one of my videos and asked that question. I probably won't remember what video it is or the measurements to respond to that comment, but hopefully they'll watch this video. Ceiling downstairs is almost 11 feet. It's, if I did my math correctly, I couldn't measure all the way floor to ceiling, so I had to measure to like a center point. And from the ceiling to the center point was 76, floor to the center point was 54. So in my head, that's 130, which would 120 would be 10 feet, so that's almost 11 feet, if I did my math correctly. You sometimes have the appearance of a nerd. Is that correct math?
I am not a math nerd.
Oh.
I am not a math person.
Yeah. I was in school. I was very good at math.
Oh.
But,
I was not. Math was one of my headaches.
That's interesting, because my wife is quite possibly the biggest nerd that I know. And she was also not good at math. Yeah. I'm inching up the variable speed control.
Didn't, at some point before these, didn't Hunter market a fan that looked very much like the regular original as the Second Century?
Yep. It was a 5-blade only original with high gloss blades, I think. And that's 0.23 is where it started spinning, by the way. With high gloss blades, I feel like it was available in chrome. I don't know exactly, but Hicks would know.
So that might have been the only difference, high gloss blades.
Between that and a regular original?
Yeah.
I think it was 5-blade only at a time when 5-blade was not it was not a common option. I think maybe the 5-blade only originals, that's what they are. Because you don't see too many 5-blade only. You see 4-blade only and 4.5.
Yep.
Quarter turn, 0.57. It's not buzzing too terribly, but I don't think it passes the fluorescent light test. .82. .15. Good God, these things are powerful. Okay, spinning it down.
They fly.
Dang it, I didn't realize this wire was just hanging here. Fix that. There we go. Yeah, I think my math sounds correct. That's about 11 feet, and I think I nailed it.
Well, let's see, what's your total?
Let's see, 76 plus 54. So 70 and 50 would be 120, and then 4 and 6 is 10, so 130.
Yep. And
120 divided by 12 would be 10. So 132 divided by, so it's 10 feet, 10 inches.
Yep. 10, 10.
I'm now all out of water. It's sad. I mean, there's more downstairs. I'm just out of the water that I have up here.
Yes.
You have left your potato chips unattended for quite some time, and if they are left unattended much longer, they will disappear. I'm just letting you know. Much like my Kit Kats have all disappeared, so.
There's a few left. There's still a few left in the fridge.
Yeah, of the 6-pound bag that we started with.
Well, hey, I wasn't here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, this bag was also partaken of at my house by me.
Yes.
But you did make your way through a couple 6-pound bags largely by yourself. So yeah, you missed out on the Reese's Cups and the Twix, but apparently those don't have the same magic. So okay. Now we're going to do 0 to 100.
0 to max.
Yep. It started out and went gradually up to 1.42, and then the 1.42 is going to drop as it gets up to speed. And good God, does that move a lot of air. These are a really powerful fan. You just can't. Permanent split capacitor originals are just, as good of a fan as you can get. And then if you like a regular fan, eventually over the time you'll have bearing problems, and you can either oil or replace the bearings. But oiling them is noisier than if they were new bearings, and replacing the bearings is a huge pain. If you have an original, it starts making bearing noise after 10 years. You just oil it, and now you're good again. You gonna want to do anything else tonight?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, well I'll start packing up the test rig then.
Alright.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if you wanted to do the turn of the century or something else tonight, but I also wouldn't mind calling it. I have to go to FedEx before I go home, and it's probably close to 11 if I could look at a clock, which I can't. Here, I might only be able to bring 5 blades, and I'll have to mail the 6th.
Well, this thing keeps coasting for a good while.
It really does.
And stop.
We done?
We have stops.
Okay. Well, thanks for watching, guys.